Hi guys, so today we're going to learn to make a mala. So first of all, we have everything that we need: chrysanthemums, a large carnation for the crown, mini carnations for in between, ribbons, scissors, shears, thread, and a large needle. So first of all, we're going to begin with cutting the flowers. We're going to leave about 1 centimeter of the stem attached to the flower. So after cutting the chrysanthemums, we went ahead and cut the mini carnations. And as you notice, I don't have as much mini carnations as chrysanthemums because depending on your style and your layout of your mala, you would use as much or as little as you prefer. Okay, so we're laying out the mala now. And I just went ahead and separated the smaller flowers to the bigger flowers because we're going to start biggest to smallest. So with your layout, this is where you're going to really experiment with your design and how you want your mala to look. You could do it starting with all the colors together, or you could even mix it up in and out. Now, the amount of flowers you use is totally up to you, but just make sure that both sides have the equal amount. Let's do this. And as you're laying out, you'll kind of figure out which flower is bigger than the other, and it's okay to move them around. Make sure it's perfect, make sure you're good with it. Once you're happy with how you laid out your chrysanthemums, you can go ahead now and add your mini carnations. So I'm going to use just 4, so that's 2 on each side, and after every 6, because I have 18 flowers on a side, I'm going to place them. Remember to do the same thing as the chrysanthemums and put the larger flower to the top and the smaller flower to the bottom. Once you place this, we're going to put a crown to the top. So we're going to use this large carnation, and it's very easy to break off, but we're going to just cut it off. And we're going to place it here. So I'm about to place a ribbon between the malas, but this part is totally optional. So if you like the look of the ribbons in the mala, you can go ahead. If not, you don't have to put it. So I just cut it into really, really small pieces, and what we're going to do is we're going to place them before the crown, after the crown, and in between every mini carnation. The ribbons does not have to be the same color. If you want to switch it up, you can put different colors. You could put 3 ribbons instead of 2, you could use 1, or even the placement could be different. So you could put it after every 3 flowers, after every 4 flowers. It really depends on how you want to make your mala. Right, so we're about to thread the mala now. So I went ahead and thread up the needle, and a good size or length of threading the needle is making sure that in length, when the needle is to the floor, the top of the thread is higher than the top of your head, and you want to make sure and double it and knot it to the end. So a tip before we begin threading the mala, so just make sure that you're threading it in the right direction and it's coming out as it's supposed to, is that you're threading it exactly how you laid it out. So if you start on this end, you're going and following all the flowers in this direction, and you're coming back in this direction. So we're going to begin by taking the first flower, and you want to get the needle as close to the center of the flower as possible, and you're going to push it through the stem of the flower, and we're going to pull it straight to the end of the thread. And you're going to repeat this as closely as possible as you can. Now it's okay if you mess up the first couple of times and you don't get it directly through the center of the stem. You could always fix it to make sure it comes through the middle. So when you reach the ribbon, we're just going to hold them together like so, and you're going to make a hole to the center of both and pull it towards the flowers. Now with the mini carnation, you could break off any extra stem, and we're going to again go to the middle and let it come out to the bottom. Pull it towards the ribbon, and you can fix as you go, or you could leave the flowers to fix it at the end. So now we're approaching the crown of the mala, and we're going to thread this a bit differently. Instead of through the center of the flower, we're going to put it through the side. Now a lot of people put it through the stem, but just for security and making sure that it doesn't drop or bounce on anything or fall, we're going to put it through here. Now, starting this side, instead of threading the flower from the center, we're going to go from the stem to the center. Okay, when you're finished with the last flower, you're going to fix your flowers. So you want to lightly hold the crown and pull the thread on both sides and kind of fix all the flowers where the thread isn't showing, and each of the flower stems goes into the previous flower. Also make sure both sides are equal. So after you've fixed your flowers to your liking and you're satisfied with that, you can go ahead and start to tie the mala. So I have a piece of ribbon here that I doubled, and I just tied the end, and what you're going to do is you're going to tie the other end and make a knot. You're simply going to take one end of the mala, the thread, and wrap it around the ribbon. Pull, and then make a knot. You're going to hold the thread and the ribbon together and make a knot with the excess ribbon. So, then you're going to repeat the same thing on the next side. So you just want to cut off any extra pieces of ribbon and thread to a final fix of your flowers. And there you have it, your mala. Thanks for watching.